to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog, season 7.
Welcome to the vlog. It was a beautiful Penticton morning where we woke up, got our breakfast ready, and got on the road. We were riding in Naramata. There was a lot of punchy climbs and some good elevation. I had a lot of fun.
How was that? Tough?
That's
Pretty great.
Thanks. It reminded me of Cyprus a little bit.
Really?
After the ride, I got changed and made my way over to the beach. It was time for another open water swim and the longer one of this vacation. And I seemed to just get so nervous before it every time, and it ended up going great. I felt really strong in the water despite the currents, and I felt really proud of myself. We got back, I had a nice shower, and I finally edited the vlog and posted it, even though it was a little late. And then we went and got groceries for dinner. We had such a lovely meal. We just barbecued a bunch of veggie burgers, salmon burgers, and made a salad with some salmon. It was really nice. I feel pretty nervous for my ride tomorrow. It's not so much the distance. Like, I've done 160 kilometers before. It's obviously not easy, but I've done it. What I'm worried about is just being in a new place and navigating a newer route for me and doing it alone. So I think that's just a part of it. And then obviously just managing my nutrition, my hydration, and just my bike on my own. That's something that I feel nervous about. But what I'm trying to tell myself is, like, worst case scenario, like, I guess Turner could come get me from wherever I am. That's not gonna happen, but I'm just saying that's the worst case. I'm going to say that that's the worst case scenario because I just envisioned a worser case scenario, but, like, I'm not going to talk about that. Anyways, I have a really pretty kit for tomorrow. I have 3 Rice Krispies here, and they're each around 400 calories, so that puts me at 1,200 from those. And then I'm also going to be using Gatorade full sugar, so that has some carbs in it, and then hoping along the way I'll just pop into some gas stations if I need to replenish any fluids. Yeah, realistically it really is going to be fine, and I have a lot of time biking in this region. I think it's just the mental that I have to get through, and I know it's all going to be okay once I get out on the road. I was dreaming about this ride the entire night and feeling nervous. I made myself a nice breakfast of oats and blueberries, and I got myself out the door even though I was feeling nervous. As soon as I sat down on the bike, though, everything just settled and I felt so at peace. Of course, it helps that it's so beautiful out there, and since I left the house at 6 a.m., I really wasn't affected by the heat during this first portion of the ride, and it's quite flat heading to Oasis, which is nice. I am in Oasis right now. I just finished off one of the Rice Krispies. We're about 70k in. I have a ton of climbing ahead of me, which makes me a little nervous, but I'm trying to just stay calm, and I'm really lucky with the weather today. It's very cool, and I had a headwind the entire way going out, so again, that's something in my favor. But yeah, I just have to get back out there, probably enter a pain cave, live through it, but I'm feeling good. I was worried about this part of the ride because heading up to Crow's Nest, ton of climbing, and you don't have cell service for a lot of it, so I didn't know if I was going to make it without any mechanical issues, but luckily none of that happened, and I really settled into a nice flow. I felt like I had great power pushing through the hills and riding through the flats, and this road here was so gorgeous and long, and I didn't really see any cars. It was so amazing. Wow, okay. That went a lot better than I thought it would. I'm very happy it's over, but it was really fun. That was like one of the most beautiful rides I have ever done. Turner is gonna come pick me up. I was just like not down to run through or to ride through Penticton. I just feel like it's a bit frustrating and I'm tired. But yeah, it's not even 1 o'clock yet and I already got 160 kilometers done. I'm really happy. I had a very refreshing LaCroix on the ride home, and then I did a little brick session. It was a quick run, and then Turner and I decided to spend the afternoon together. We went back up to Naramata and we got a sandwich, at a winery, which was nice. And then we went to La Petite Bay Cidery to have a tasting and buy some cider. We watched some Sopranos. We got Dairy Queen that evening, which was awesome. And then I was really trying to hydrate after that big day. And luckily Wednesday was a rest day from cycling for me. My butt could not handle anymore. We went to Wayne and Frida and got ourselves some coffee and a cookie. It was a really nice slow morning. Today is the longest run I do while I'm on vacation. Technically I went on Saturday, but I think I will do that in Vancouver because it's less hot. It is already very hot. I feel like I missed the opportunity to run while it was a bit cooler, but I wanted to have a more relaxing morning. It was nice to go to Wayne and Frida with Turner. So I will pay the price. Luckily there's no intervals. It's literally just a aerobic run. It's just a bit long. I have to be out there for 75 minutes. I've literally been cranking through audiobooks. I've already gone through 2. I'm halfway through a 3rd one right now. I expect probably finish that at some point before the week ends. It's awesome. Also, I did finish a real in-person book while I've been here. So I've just been a literary machine. Actually, no, nothing. I just have to take the run slow. Like, I shouldn't be going below 6 today. I don't think that that's smart. I like being fitted up in Ironman everything. You have to show off, especially in Penticton, where that's where the old Ironman used to be. It's pretty awesome. I got home, showered, got dressed into a nice little outfit because we were heading off for our lunch at Poplar Grove, which in my opinion is the best restaurant that a winery has in the region. It's just so lovely, and the view and the florals around the winery are just so beautiful. And then we went to Joie to have a tasting. We also tried to go to Evolve Sparkling Cider for a tasting, but we weren't able to get seated, but we bought some stuff from them, and I hope next year we can go. I napped for an hour and a half before we came downstairs, and Turner and I picked up some pizza for dinner for everybody. So it was a really nice, relaxing evening, and we finished Sopranos season 3 and started season 4, so that was fun. And then on Thursday, me and my dad were heading up for our yearly trek up to Chute Lake, and if you know this route, it is grueling. The first part of it, I would say the first 20K are very forgiving and the path is nice and this tunnel is so beautiful, but then the 20 kilometers to get to Chute Lake Lodge, that's where it gets a bit tough. It's very sandy, quite technical. It's better this year than it was last year, but I still found this ride quite challenging, and you're essentially going on a 2 to 3% gradient for 44 kilometers to get to the top of the hill, and it adds up over time. You start to get so tired, and it's just relentless. It's gravel. You don't travel as fast as you do on a road bike. But then we got to the top, we had a beer, we had fish and chips, and I was just feeling so happy after that. It's to me, this ride is always worth it. And we went through Adra Tunnel, and it was awesome. I was feeling really excited about doing that and being in such a dark space. Like, you don't really encounter darkness that way on your rides the way you do in like a tunnel like that. The way down is super easy as well, as you can imagine. It's basically 44 kilometers of downhill, which is very fun. We got home, watched the Tour de France highlights, had dinner, and relaxed. It was a very nice evening, and we ended it by getting some ice creams. So, you know, the perfect day. On Friday, we were going on a ride with my parents' friends who live in Penticton, and every year they show us such awesome rides. So we drove out to Old Headley Road and rode all the way to Princeton, which was about 32 kilometers. And I just had a lot of fun on this ride. It was kind of a net positive elevation going up, and then the way back, it's net positive downhill. There were still some punchy climbs, but it was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we went to a restaurant all together that was farm to table. It was super yummy. And they also had cider, which was great. A lot of different cherry flavors, pear flavors. I really enjoyed it. And the dessert was lovely. We drove back into Penticton and had a really relaxing evening. It had been such a fun week of cycling. Turner made me dinner, and I was really sad to have to wake up the next day knowing that we were leaving and that I was going to have to come back to the Lower Mainland. It was a bit of a hectic day. We got home. I basically had 10 minutes to get changed and head over to the game. I had initially planned to go on a run today, but I am going to be switching that with a strength training session because I forgot my running shoes at home. I was trying to just make everything work today, and unfortunately one of the most important things you need for a run isn't here. So I'm just trying to not really deep it that much and still get in my exercise. I was trying to make this work so hard. My running shoes honestly have 1,000 kilometers on them. I've been running them to the ground. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to the running store and pick up new running shoes like I was planning on it. The shoes I normally get were on sale. I was like, this is perfect. And like, of course, when they're on sale, they're not really in stock anymore. They've been bought out. So the good news is that I was able to buy them at sale price, but I just have to pick them up another day. So I got new running shoes, which is really good for me, and I'll do the run tomorrow. I get the strength training in today. It's all gonna be okay. I lifted really heavy on the strength training session, so it was tough. And then my building had such cute signs for France. It was so cute. And then I went to dinner with my family before finally coming home and dealing with my luggage and all the clothes that I had packed. I usually love to get home and unpack right away, so this was kind of looming over me the entire time I was out and having to do stuff with family. I was very, very happy to get it all done, have my room clean, and to go to bed and to relax. I didn't have any food in the house on Sunday, so I quickly ran to get a loaf of bread so that I could fuel up before my run. This was going to be a tough one because it was threshold, and I didn't film any of it because I was just so concentrated on getting it done, so apologies. We went to the Westin to watch the World Cup finals, and I was cheering for Spain, obviously, and it was, a very low scoring game, but it was very good outcome with Spain winning. And then I went to get my nails done because it had been a while since I had them. We got changed and went over for our family's big party, and it was really nice. I had some of my friends come, and it was nice to see all of my mom's friends and to have my parents meet some of my friends. Everyone was being so cute and happy that night.
Green. I know, I'm like seriously curious about what's happening here. Like,
we were hungry at the end of the night, so we finished off with a little pho action. What were you gonna say?
I just wanted to say hi to my fans.
It's only 11 o'clock, which isn't too late. I'm gonna go straight to bed and hopefully get a good amount of sleep before I have to work tomorrow. I had a lot of fun on vacation, and it was really nice to get a reset after not having more than a couple days off for a bit. I'm gonna be real, I am dreading going back. I think I'll have a good day, especially because I think the strike is still going on, so there's not really a lot that I imagine has progressed, but we'll see. I need to be a bit more positive, but right now I'm in a bit of a slogging headspace. Nobody wants to go back after vacation. I'm being negative. I had a wonderful time at the party tonight. I had a wonderful time on vacation. I love going to Penticton. It's one of my favorite places in the world, and it's really fun to go there the week that we go. It's perfect. I think the rest of the summer has lots of fun stuff that I can look forward to, and my big race is coming up in less than a month, which I'm happy to do. So I just gotta suck it up, get ready to embrace non-vacation life again. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.